and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Grace. I'm a yoga teacher and I make videos all about yoga, wellness, lifestyle, that kind of thing. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, make sure to subscribe and like this video if you enjoy it. Today, as you can see, I'm in my bathroom and I'm going to be taking you through the basics of how to use one of these, which is a neti pot. Now, I made a video all about the neti pot quite a long time ago now, which is on my Instagram. If you do want to go and watch that for whatever reason, then I will leave that linked down below. But a neti pot is probably one of my favourite parts of the yoga practice. It's sometimes called Jala Neti or Neti Kriya, and it's an ancient yogic cleansing technique designed to clear out your nostrils. Yes, you did hear that correctly. So with that in mind, it's probably worth saying that this is a very invasive Kriya. Out of all of the Kriyas out there, I'd say it's probably one of the least invasive, but you're still putting something up and through your nose. So if that doesn't sound like it's going to be for you, then this might not be one for you to try. Other considerations to keep in mind are if you're dealing with any kind of chronic sinus pain or issue, or you have been specifically told to stay away from this kind of stuff by a doctor. So how often should you neti pot? You can do this a few times a day, every day, or you can do it as and when you feel like you need it. I go through kind of peaks and troughs with using a neti pot. Sometimes I really feel like I need to use it all the time, and other times I feel like I only need it every now and then. So it's kind of a how long's a piece of string sort of thing. So let's show you how to use one of these. I have two here. This one is just from Amazon. I'm hoping you can see, I'm sorry the lighting isn't great, but I got this neti pot just off Amazon. Not too expensive, and it's a ceramic one, so it just looks a little bit nicer than a plastic one, but it's definitely not essential. And then I have this one, which is a plastic neti pot that I just got on my yoga teacher training. It has lasted a very long time, trusty little thing, and I love it. It's one I use all the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill our little neti pot with a saline solution, and so I've just used about 1/8 of a teaspoon of coarse rock salt with boiling water, and then I've let that solution cool. You don't want to use table salt. You want to use the proper like crunchy rock salt, dissolve that in the water and just let it cool. So I have made that in my mug, and all I'm going to do is put it in my neti pot. So now that we have the saline solution in the neti pot, we're going to want to figure out how to put this in our nose. Now I'm going to demonstrate with this ceramic one, and I'm going to put my hair up just so it's out the way. So what you want to do with your neti pot, regardless of whether you're using a plastic one or a ceramic one, you want to take the little spout at the end, and you're going to come to either lean over a sink, or I'm using my bath here just because it's a little bit easier and a little bit less messy. You want to lean forward over whatever it is that you're using, and you want to rest the spout gently in one of your nostrils. It doesn't really matter which one you start with, either is fine. You're going to insert that spout into your nose, and when you put it in, we don't want to shove the neti pot up there at all. You want to kind of gently snuggle it into your nose. We're going to lean forward, obviously making sure we're not spilling anything out of the side of the neti pot. And you're going to tip your head slightly so you're looking towards the neti pot. You don't want to go too much. Once we've done that, we'll make sure we're breathing in and out through our mouth. Obviously we won't be able to breathe through our nose here. And gently just begin to pour the water into one nostril, and it should trickle out of the other. So I'm going to see if that works. I'm actually going to switch neti pots here. So once you've done one side, I would recommend trying to split the neti pot half and half, just kind of gauge how much half is once you're pouring it. Half through one nostril, half through the other nostril. And between sides, blow out forcefully through your nose. So once you're done, just blow out through your nose, blow your nose a couple of times on a tissue, and you're all done. Once you get used to doing this, it's a really easy practice to do first thing in the morning. I personally have found loads of benefits of doing Neti Pot. I find it helps when I have hay fever, any kind of sinus pressure, any allergies, if I can feel the beginnings of a cold coming on. I use it if I know I'm going to be doing a lot of breath work that day, so either teaching it or practicing it, or just because I want to feel like I can breathe a little bit more comfortably in and out through my nose. You will find as you practice this, one side of your nose might feel a little bit easier to flush than the other. This is really normal, really common. It's worth just making a little mental note of that, and hopefully the more you practice Jala Neti, the more that balances itself out. So I really hope you enjoyed this video today, guys. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye!